Hi everybody, so today we're going to learn how to make these cute and beautiful effects with text. Usually this effect is seen in Cinema 4D, but it's something really achievable also in 3ds Max. So let's dive in and see how it's done. Let's start inspecting a little bit what is going on here. You can see this text is extruded, it has some depth, and it's being deformed by shifting shapes. So that's more or less the deal here. So let's exclude our lighting and our cameras to understand what is going on here. Basically this is starting from a path. So if we hide our geometry, you can see this is a spline shifting shapes in an animation, and you are having this. To get this effect to work, you need a spline with a lot of points, so the deformity of the path deform in the shape is smoother as we can. So this is the stack of modifiers, so you can understand what is going on. So we have a basic rectangle, shows 4 points, and this is what is being animated in a first layer, just animating the length and height. Secondly, we have a spline chamfer, which is automatically chamfering the corners of this. But you can see I haven't had a lot of points yet here, but the information of the curve is inside. So I just need to put a normalized spline with these settings, and we can see now that the points are consistent along the spline, and the distance between them is also consistent. Okay, after we have this, I'm going to also add a noise animated to increase the intensity of the y-axis, and also have an animation in the face, so the noise is like doing his stuff here. This is the result of the noise being applied on top of a spline with a lot of points. It's a really cool effect. It's also very satisfying to watch. Somehow it looks organic, and it's nice. So this is our geometry, and let's see where it comes from. Let's isolate it and check it out. This stack of modifiers. Okay, this is the shape, how it started. We have a text with these words, love and love, exactly like this. I adjusted a little bit the leading, so we have this, the distance. And you can adjust it later if you want. I just find it accurate here. I added on top an edit poly, so we can cap all of this like this, but the forming this will be a mess because we need a lot of geometry to bend it. So I retopologized everything at this level. I don't need more than this. It's the default settings, just the face count, I put it to 4000. Then I apply a UV map because I want to apply textures before the path deform. Because if I apply textures after the path deform, every texture might be drifting over the surface. So I really want this to be stick to the surface. And by the way, the UVW map is just a box. After this, we have the path deform, and this is where the magic start to shown. And you can see if you put a uniform and automatic option, they will be adapting to the whole shape all of the time. It will be feeling the 100% of the shape every moment. So after this, I'm animating the percent in a loop. So I'm animating from 0 to 400 frames, and the percent is from 0 to 100. The full circle of the loop is complete here at the 400 frames. So this is more or less what is going on. And now after this, we need to apply some shell. So after this, we apply a shell with some segments, so we can turbo smooth it after. Let's add a turbo smooth, but with the smoothing groups applied, so we can have these sharp corners yet And then we apply another turbo smooth, and now we will have the rounded corners. And from this point you can see that everything is working like a charm. So it's time to apply a new UVW map in planar mode, with the height set it to the most height moment of the texture. And this is all of course in a map channel number 2, because I don't want to overlap this first UVW map. After we have this and we inspected the geometry to see it's working good, we can go to the shading process. I'm using Redshift this time again, but let's inspect what is going on here, because this can be done in any other render engine. So we have a basic material, and the roughness is 0.4. This is using the metallic roughness setting. And in the base color we have a gradient ramp. You can see the middle of the shape is going to be blue, and the height and the bottom part will be like this orange salmon, I don't know the name, independency of the height and the bottom. So you can imagine this is 90 degrees rotated, so the higher the shape is going to be, the reddish it's going to get, something like that. To have these little dots here, I'm applying in a composite map a maximum noise. Maximum noise are very powerful, and I have a contrast in 1, so it's maximum. The type is turbulence because it's like more organic, and the low clip to 0.45 because I've been testing, and you see that if you lower it more, you start to see more bigger dots, but if you increase the number, they will be like smaller. And also I play a little bit with the scale, and then you can have this effect. It's really textury and interesting, more interesting to look. After this we have a bump map, because I like to have little bumps, again using the maximum noise, the default one. All of this you can see is in the map ID number 1. I'm using the UV vertex attribute because by default it's by object, but because of the path deform it's going to be drifting, so I needed to apply it to an actual UV map. This second one is being applied in the map channel 2, the color, the gradient, because this is going to be fixed to the angle of the UV. So more or less this is how it's work. After this I applied 2 lights. This is a strong light here, and also this is a strong light here, just 2 lights. And in the background I have a plane with emissive light. I like the effect of emitting planes in the background because it keeps the edges of the objects more organic, natural. And then I apply a camera, and let's see how the render is looking. There it is. If I play with these lights, you can see that the effect is completely different, but I was looking for something more moody and like silhouettes, so I'm really happy with this idea to test. But you can find many other solutions, and all of them will be really nice. It's really fast. Let's make a render test with F9 and see the time of this. There it is. That's the frame. It's beautiful. You can make wallpapers, take this idea and bring it to another project. Of course, I'm going to put this project in my Patreon, so you can use it and remix it to everything you want. Maybe you want just to change the text and play a little bit with everything. Just need to retopologize it again here in Compute, and maybe you can just use the effect for whatever you want. So happy rendering, and see you next time.